stock traders. I hope all of you had a good day today. Today was a tough day on the market, but there are always opportunities out there. In this video, I'm going to cover what happened on Wednesday and all the different choices that I made. And I'm going to give you a new top 7 list for Thursday. I'm going to give you a very recent pick as part of tonight's video. So I don't do this too often, but we had something just developed before I started this video, and I think you will be able to benefit and make money from it. So let's start with what happened. So if you had the top 7 from yesterday's video and you were equal in all of those, you would have had a 0.94% loss today, which is a little bit better than the NASDAQ finished. Today was not a stellar day on the stock market. There were worries about the new COVID vaccine and some other things that had happened, and so the market just kind of had a rougher day. Personally, I had a 5.3% loss. So it's my first loss in 4 days. I'd really been doing well, but today was kind of a tougher day with some of the stock picks that I had. So that's going to happen from time to time. Not every day is going to be a green day. I definitely try to make that happen, but it doesn't happen. There were members in our standard group, believe it or not, that had as high as a 14.55% gain playing some of the option plays that were out there. There are opportunities each and every day. Month to date, if you were following this list closely, you should be at a 5.34% gain. Year to date, I am at a 1,101% gain, so doing very, very well for the entire year. So I have some day trades today, and they were pretty effective, but they could have been more effective. Today, I day traded CNNE, FBIO, and GLSI. Overall, I traded those 3 for a 36.14% gain, and that was all in pre-market. And then once the market opened, I wasn't really doing a lot of intraday trading, although I should have continued to trade GLSI, but off to the next opportunity because there's always a new opportunity. So I have some sales that I did, and these are picks from our standard group that I had sales on. And the first one was txrc. That was an overnight squeeze, and I sold it for an 8.2% gain. And then avgo sold options for a 7% gain. INAQ sold for a 9.2% loss. I'd had that a little while. It was time for me to take a loss and to take that money and put it into something better. That one had not been performing for me. And then PSYC for an 8.02% gain. Devin, that was a great pick. Thank you so much for picking that in our standard room. It was really, really good. I have some sales from the top 7. Also, I kind of went on a selling spree today with how the market was. I sold GOGO for a 21.2% gain. I sold FL for an 8.34% gain. I sold CHMA for a 5.6% gain. I sold ATNX for a 10.05% loss. So they had great data, but it was breast cancer data. And then also GLSI had even more fantastic data at the San Francisco conference that happened today. And so that overshadowed ATNX, and I needed to get out of it because, man, it is not going to do well in the short term. And then I sold HMHC for a 7.4% loss. Unfortunately, that one had a mixed shelf offering that I did not catch early enough. I usually am really good about that. I did not catch it, and that it was time to sell that and put my money into something else. If you are looking for strategies, our Patreon group is filled with lots of really great investors. You also get access to me. We have different levels of that group. There's just some really good stuff going on. So if you are looking for strategies like this insider strategy and you want to know entry and exit points, you can follow those picks and learn the strategy and make 300% every single year following that strategy in our basic group. If you're looking for more than that, you can definitely do even better than that. That sounds crazy to even say, but with some of our option picks and some of the different things going on in the standard room, you should check it out. We have a link in the description down below. I think that you'd be glad that you did. For the small amount that it costs, you will easily make that up with just one great trade. All right, let's go to the top 7. And number 7 is KRMD. And on Wednesday, this finished down 4.99%. So this one did not do well today. My average in it's $4.90. Since calling this out in our Discord, it is up 4.79%. This is Repro Med Systems, and John Fletcher, director, and others have been buying up shares. So the CEO has been buying shares, CFO, lots of different officers, lots of directors, lots of things going on. And if you really look into what this company does, I think that you'll think that it's a really good investment right now. So they make syringes, and that's going to be kind of huge with a vaccine out. And so I think that's why all those insiders are loading up. Analysts have an average target price of $10.50 in this stock, and I expect it to do extremely well. And there was more insider activity today. So that has been 6 days in a row of small insider buys by different officers. So that is very bullish. And I don't know if you can get more bullish a sign than that, to have different officers buying each and every day. Some of those transactions were big, some were small, but it seems like every time an officer has some spare change in their pocket, they're going in and buying shares. Number 6 is AVT. This is Avnet. And on Wednesday, this finished down 1.94%. My average in it's $32.71. Since calling this out in our Discord, it is down 0.64%. This would be a really good one to get in if you're on YouTube and you're watching free tonight, because that is something that this is a stock that I think will do well. A really nice director buy at $32.28. It was a large buy, and analysts have an average target on this stock of $37. There is plenty of upside. All right, number 5 is ATCX, and this is Atlas Technical. And on Wednesday, this finished up 2.4%. So this is one of the few stocks that actually did well in the stock market, and it did okay, very solid. My average in it, $7.31. This calling this out in our Discord, it is up 3.83%. So there is lots of upside, but there's been some nice movement on it already. So the chief accounting officer and a director loaded up shares in open market. Analysts have an average target price of $13.50 a share. And so I think this one will continue to do well. All right, number 4 is MPLN. This is MultiPlan, and on Wednesday, this finished up 6.92% in reaction to that insider activity for sure. My average in it's $8.64, and since calling this out, it is up 3.36%. Alan Thorpe, director, bought $14 million worth in open market. That is a lot of money. And so that is a very, very bullish transaction. Analysts have an average target price on this at $10.50. And so I think this is a stock that will continue to do well. It is undervalued. It's a great value pick. Number 3 is HCHC, and I'm very bullish on this stock. This is HC2 Holdings. And on Wednesday, this finished up 9.94%. My average in it's $3.66. We were down in this, and it's turned now to the upside since calling this out. This is up 3.55%, but it has so much more to go. Analysts have an average target price on this of $8.50. So that is a more than 100% upside. And Eric Glazier has bought a total of $10.3 million in this small stock. And so 6 business days in a row, there's been insider purchasing. And so here soon, I'm expecting in another 3 days to be reported at once through the SEC Form 4. And I think that this one will continue to move. This one looks like a very steady mover that is going to have insider activity over a long period of time. Hopefully that's what we get, because usually those can really rack up to huge gains just by holding it. That's all you do. You just buy it and hold it. All right, number 2 is CNNE. This is CANA Holdings. And on Wednesday, this finished down 1.64%. My average in it is $41.52. Since calling this out, and this is a very fresh one, this one's brand new to the list, it is up 0.26%, so just barely, but the CEO just bought shares right at market close on Wednesday. So the CEO bought $634,000 worth at $42.33 a share. Analysts have an average target on this stock of $49.50 and a rating of strong buy. And so I think CANA Holdings will do really well. That's why it's number 2 on the list. And number 1, this is extremely fresh. This just happened in aftermarket on Wednesday. And on Wednesday, BOXL, Boxlight. And Boxlight finished even on Wednesday, but it is way up in after hours and doing very, very well. My average in it's $1.72. And since calling this out in our Discord, it is up 3.23%. The president bought shares in open market. There's been a few open market transactions been happening on this. The average analyst target on this is $4.75. That is almost a 200% upside. So there is lots of upside on this. It is way undervalued, and this stock is breaking out. It's breaking some trend lines, and it just started to do this. There are lots of shorts that need to cover shares in the next couple of days, and I think a possible short squeeze that actually could be pretty epic could happen on this stock. With the insider activity, excitement happening, the float is kind of medium sized, but man, the amount of shorts that need covered in the next couple of days, those shares, that is a big amount of shares that need covered. And so what could happen is as this stock continues to fly, because it was really flying in after hours, that this thing, you know, shorts need to cover, and then that causes a situation where the stock skyrockets out of control. And where it will stop, I do not know. But I think that, you know, this one is so undervalued that it can handle a 100 to 150% upside and still be below its analyst target. And so I think it's a very, very good value. They're in a good space with what's going on in the world. And I think Boxlight will do very well. I do a lot of work for this list, so if you please do me a favor and please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you have not done so before, please hit that subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when one of these videos comes out. So tomorrow's going to be a better day. I'm expecting good things on Thursday and Friday. Some good things could happen. So looking forward to that and looking forward to a great week next week. Hopefully all of you have a great trading day tomorrow, and Raythoven out.